Good afternoon. Thank you very much for taking off your time to attend the TIP public meeting. Again, my name is Elizabeth de Jesus. I am the Transportation Programs Manager for the North Florida TPO. The TPO is a regional transportation planning agency serving Clay, Duval, Nassau, and San Jose County. I will be presenting the draft Transportation Improvement Program, also known as the TIP, for fiscal years 2023-24 to 2027-28. The TIP is a prioritized listing of transportation projects covering a period of 5 years. It is developed and formally adopted by the TPO board as part of the Metropolitan Transportation Planning process. The TIP is consistent with the long-range transportation plan, and it is required for projects to be eligible for funding. The TIP includes projects on highway, transit, bicycle, pedestrian, aviation, port, and multimodal. We held county-specific virtual PowerPoint presentations for St. John's, Clay, Nassau, and Duval County. Video recordings for all 4 meetings are posted in our webpage. I wanted to show you where to find the TIP information. If you've never visited our webpage, it's www.northfloridatpo.com. In the front page, click on the Planning tab, then select TIP from the drop-down menu to go to the TIP page. Once in the TIP page, you will find the current TIP draft document. You will also find a comment form, as Marcy indicated.
You have a blessed day, Archibald.
You as well.
Thank you.
And links to the video recordings for all 4 county-specific presentations. The TPO board will approve the final TIP at their regular meeting on June the 8th at 10 a.m. We are located at 980 North Jefferson Street, Jacksonville, Florida. This is a highlight of projects in the region. I encourage you to explore the TIP draft document for additional projects in your county, as well as in other counties in the region. If you have additional questions about any of the projects in this presentation, please make a note of the page number located in the lower right corner of the slide, so we can come back to answer your questions. And finally, I ask that you hold your questions until the end. And the first county is Clay County. County Road 220 from Henley Road to Knight Box Road. This project will add lanes and reconstruct, and construction is scheduled for 2024. Evergreen Lane from County Road 220B to Lisa Dunn Drive. This is a pedestrian safety improvement project, and construction is scheduled for 2025. State Road 16 from State Road 21 to US 17. This is a resurfacing project, and construction is scheduled for 2026. US 17 from County Road 315 to Haven Avenue. This is an intersection modification project, and construction is scheduled for 2024. US 17 from Water Oak Lane to north of Eagle Harbor. This is an intersection improvement project, and construction is scheduled for 2024. Duval County, Atlantic Boulevard from Kernan Overpass to Mayport Road. This is a resurfacing project, and construction is scheduled for 2024. Edgewood Avenue from Beaver Street to Old Kings Road. This is a resurfacing project and construction is scheduled for 2024. Fort Caroline Road from Mount Pleasant Road to Huguenot Lane. This is a bike path project and construction is scheduled for 2024. I-10 electric vehicle charging gap phase 8. This project will install charging stations in I-10. Specific location in I-10 is to be determined. And implementation of this project is scheduled for 2024. J. Turner Butler Boulevard from Belfort Road to Hodges Boulevard. This is a resurfacing project and construction is scheduled for 2026. Normandy Boulevard from New World Avenue to Cassett Avenue. This is a traffic control device project and construction for this project is scheduled for 2028. San Jose Boulevard from I-295 to Sunbeam Road. This is a resurfacing project and construction is scheduled for 2024. Nassau County, Atlantic Avenue from Center Street to South Fletcher. This is a resurfacing project and construction is scheduled for 2026. Kingsley Creek Intercoastal Canal Swing Span Bridge. This is a rail capacity project and the implementation of this project is scheduled for 2024. Lem Turner Road from the Duval County line to US 1. This is a resurfacing project and construction is scheduled for 2025. State Road A1A from O'Neill Scott Road to Amelia River. This is a resurfacing project also, and construction is scheduled for 2026. US 1 from Ingham Road to Georgia State Line. Also a resurfacing project and construction is scheduled for 2024. Yulee Elementary. This is a sidewalk project at Fillmore Road and construction for this project is scheduled for 2027. San Jose County. I-95 from north of the First Coast Expressway interchange to the Duval County line. This project will add lanes and reconstruct, and design build for this project is scheduled for 2025. I-95 truck parking expansion. This is a parking facility project and construction for this project is scheduled for 2025. King Street over San Sebastian River. This is a bridge replacement project and construction is scheduled for 2024. State Road A1A from Palmetto Avenue to Sandcastle. This is a drainage improvement project and construction is scheduled for 2028. US 1 from Multi Creek Bridge to north of State Road 207. This is a resurfacing project and construction is scheduled for 2025. State Road A1A from Marine Land to Ford. I'm sorry, I caught the wording there. This is a bike path project and construction is scheduled for 2028. I will come back to that one. And area-wide projects. A pilot project scheduled for 2024 to install flood sensors in each county. Landing Boulevard from south of Wells Road to Ortiga River. This is an intersection improvement project and construction is scheduled for 2025. Electric vehicle charging gap And this is also to install charging stations in I-95. And the specific location in I-95 is yet to be determined, and implementation of this project is scheduled for 2024. First Coast Expressway from east of County Road 16A to east of County Road 209. This is a new road construction and design build for this project start in 2024 all the way through 2026. To provide comments, you may use this QR code to download the comments form, and or you can use the link below, which is publicinput.com/TPO-TIP, or you can go to our TIP page and click on the link to share comments, as I explained at the beginning of the presentation. The deadline for comments is May the 31st. And if you have any questions, I would be happy to answer. And we have DOT staff and TPO staff that we can try to answer your questions. You can use the raise hand feature, or you can unmute yourself and just ask the question.
Elizabeth, this is Noel Como with the Northeast Florida Regional Council. You said you were going to circle back to the A1A bike trail.
Yes, I am looking for my presentation here. Let me go there just a second. Okay, let me go back. 0A1A Marine Lands. It's 0A1A Marine Lands to Fort Matanzas Inlet. And as I explained before, it's a bike path project, and construction is scheduled for 2028.
And my question, therefore, I don't know if you had more information on it. My other question to you is this connecting to portions of the bike path that, for example, are north of Marineland that are already intact in place?
I am not 100% sure. I know if I don't know. Do you have any information on that? The connection there?
No, but I can find out.
Yeah, we can find out for you. No.
Thank you. Would appreciate it.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of activity happening in A1A, and the goal is to have them connected, but it depends where the gaps are. But we can check if that will connect north of Marineland. Is that your question, right? If it's connecting north of Marineland?
Right, or better said, connecting to existing facilities that are already in place, in good shape, et cetera, or if there's possibly future work on that portion. And I ask for two reasons. One is we support the A1A executive committee, excuse me, and then also that we are doing the ecotourism study, if you recall.
Yeah, and also I know that corridor is part of the East Coast Greenway corridor, so it's a high interest to have it connected, and if there's any gaps that can be worked through the funding, it's a priority. But yeah, we can check if it's currently connecting with that. The construction is in 2028, scheduled for 2028, so there's time to make sure that there's a connection there. But yeah, definitely we can find that information for you.
Thank you.
Sure. Any other questions? Let me see if we have somebody.
Hello. Is it okay
Yes,
for
hi.
me to ask?
Hi.
Hi, my name is Eddie Parsons. I live in Jacksonville, and I'm wondering if you could give me any information, excuse me, about flood sensors. I don't know what they are. I'm not familiar with them, and I'm wondering what they are and what they do.
Yeah.
Elizabeth, I'll get that.
Go ahead.
Yes, ma'am. So this is actually a pilot project that is a spinoff of an effort we did at Neptune Beach. So this is an opportunity These are essentially sensors that are placed in manholes and drainage infrastructure within a municipality that both provide real-time flood level information, but also provide over a long-term history an overall assessment of the entire, say, an entire municipality's stormwater infrastructure system to better help them prioritize where to make investments. The state has seen enough value in the project we did in Neptune Beach that they have provided federal funding to us to deploy on a larger scale. And so our decision as the TPO was, in the interest of being a 4-county TPO, let's deploy elements of this within all 4 counties that we represent. So we're working with each county individually to identify 1 or 2 primary locations that have significant flood conditions. And the goal of this would be to basically do the same level of pilot that we did in Neptune Beach, provide the data and information back to the counties and allow them to assess whether or not this technology helped them do their job better, whether that's funding, prioritizing the projects, or anything of that nature. Because the third level from the state's perspective would be, if this is a successful pilot on a regional scale, then the idea would be that there's elements of this opportunity to scale across the state of Florida. So it's an iterative process we're in the middle of.
Okay, thank you.
Sure.
Thank you for your question. Any other questions? You can raise your hand or just unmute yourself and ask your question. Okay, so hearing no questions, I thank you very much for attending this session. Let me see, there's somebody in the chat. Oh, somebody's asking, where can I find the slides? Well, we are gonna post the recording of this presentation in our webpage, which is www.northfloridataTPO. When you go to the page, you will find a tab that says planning. You hit that tab, and then you select TIP, and then that takes you to the TIP page. And in the TIP page is all of the information that you need, including the recording of this session. We are hoping tomorrow we will have it up in our webpage. In addition of this public meeting, today is a public meeting. We held individual PowerPoint presentations for each of the counties. So if you are interested in listening to any of those, you are welcome to do so in our webpage. Again, www.northfloridatpo.com. And then let me open the last, it's northfloridatpo.com to get more information. You can also get there the document, the actual document that has all of the projects, and you can browse to that document too. And the projects are presented by county. And if you have any questions, also in the webpage is the comments form that you can provide input on anything that you see there, any comments. And with that, I don't see any other questions. Let me see for the last time. I don't see any other questions, any hands raised or anything. So thank you so much for taking up your time to come and listen to this draft TIP. And you have a good afternoon, and we will stay here until 5:30 to if anybody else come that we can chat with them, but you're free to go. Thank you so much for being here. Have a good day.
Thank you too. Bye-bye.
Okay, bye.